1. Tennis. History of tennis.
Lawn tennis is also known as simply tennis. It is a popular sport that originated in England in the late 19th century. The origin of tennis can be traced back to 12th century in France, where it was played as a game called palm or handball. The game evolved over time and eventually moved to England, where it was played on grass court and became known as lawn tennis. The first lawn tennis championship was held at Wimbledon in 1877, and the sports quickly gained popularity around the world.
Equipment and gears.
A tennis racket contains an oval head and gradually widening neck that connects the handle to the frame. The frame or the head includes several tightly woven strings made up of a various material like nylon, gut, or synthetic gut. The size of a racket head can be more than 74 cm in length and 32 cm in width. Tennis balls were intentionally made up of rough cloth strips which were tightly sewn together with thread and filled with feather. Though intentionally white, the color of tennis ball was changed to yellow during the 20th century, since it provided with better visibility. Tennis ball measuring between 65.41 or 68.58 millimeters in diameter. They usually weigh between 56.0 and 59.4 grams. Next, we have t-shirt. Whether it's a sleeveless tank, a polo, or a training tee, a t-shirt is the go-to top for the most men and women tennis outfits.
Find shirts made with sweat wicking and cooling. Technology like Adidas Airready.
Most tennis skirts have compression shorts built into them to help you feel secure and comfortable. Tennis shoes. Successful athletes rely on a quick footwork, meaning what shoes you wear for tennis makes a big impact on your game. It's much easier to move when the shoes are lighter and kinder to sleep.
Tennis skills every player should practice.
Forehand.
The forehand needs to be not only an offensive weapon, but one that can be relied on for defensive as well. The most common shot will be pretty flat or with a little bit of topspin, but being able to hit defensive shot by slicing or blocking the ball back is essential.
Backhand.
While a forehand feels natural, a backhand is anything but that the most players find it a lot more difficult to start developing a backhand early on, and even deciding on what type of backhand is complicated. Consistency is the first key to success with a backhand. If a player can keep the point going with a backhand that is adequate, they might be able to open up opportunities for their forehand. As time goes on, player can begin to hit out on the back and a little bit more, going for more and using it as a weapon.
Volley.
Decades ago, the volley was much more important than it is today. Players still need quality volley, especially if they play doubles, but players spend a lot more time near to the baseline in the modern game. Having the ability to pull off more surprises attack can certainly pay off, and putting away points at the net can make the difference between a win and a lose.
Lob.
To counter-attack a player rushing the net, a lob is a great shot if executed correctly. A properly timed lob is going to switch how the point is going and allow the players to feel a lot more confident overall, turning defense into offense.
Overhead.
Hitting an overhead in tennis seems like a shot that any average player or above should hit in the vast majority of time. However, an overhead is usually a defense shot from the opponent, and it is setting up in the air ready for a player to hit hard for a winner.
Serve.
It might be a little down this list, but that is just because most beginners in tennis are going to hit grand stroke and volleys first. Once that is mastered and balls can hit back and forth quite a bit, the serve is essential for any players to take the next step.
Drop shot.
A drop shot is a strategic ball a player can hit to keep their opponent harnessed. If they are staying back at the baseline and trying to get everything back, a drop shot pulls a player up and might even leave them stuck for an easy winner. Even if they are scrambling to get the ball back, it can open up the court for a pathway shot to follow things up.
Half volley.
This is when a player is hitting a ball on the rise. It is quickly bouncing off the ground while moving into the net. It is considered an advanced shot because it takes a long time to master. These were able to do it will be able to rest in with a lot more confidence, and it can put a ton of pressure on any opponent.